This is a new dick.
Right. It's a new
Ain't been used. And starts swinging it at me.
Right.
I would find it as an insult that I could never come back from.
Does it say how big it was?
With a dick. No.
No.
But if you think back to the olden times when men would start a duel by slapping each other in the face.
With the gloves.
With the gloves.
Right.
That was insulting.
Yeah.
It's insulted to...
I challenge you.
Right.
Flap, flap.
Now you think about the insult times 1 million if it's a penis.
Right.
And the color of that penis can really amp up the insult.
What if it's clear? What if it's crystal clear? What if you can see through
Clear
it?
is the least insulting.
Right.
And the most insulting is the rainbow-colored dick.
Right.
I don't know why.
Because it's multicolored.
Right. Not anything to do with the attachment to the gay community.
Not at all.
It's just the brightness.
You think the brightness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just...
What about material? What if it's made out of, plastic? Rubber. Is rubber more insulting than plastic?
I think if it has some flop to it, it's more insulting.
Really?
I'd rather be hit
I think it would hurt
with
less.
a rock hard dick in the face.
I think it would hurt less if it was rubber and wobbly. I think it would hurt less.
It certainly would.
Because it would be like wah, 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 wah,
because of the give.
It would be fine.
Because of the give.
The give would be fine.
But it's more...
It'd make a better sound.
It has a more realistic movement to it.
It'd make a better sound. Flap.
If it would, it would make a flap.
Flapping
Nobody
noise.
wants to be on the receiving end of a flap.
No.
Especially a dick
from
flap.
From a rubbery dildo.
I'm an anti-dick flap kind of guy.
Right.
You understand what I'm
What about wood? What about one made out of wood?
A wood?
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how many wood dildos there are in the world. I'm sure they were made out of wood at one time. What if it's an antique wood dildo from the American Revolution? Is it okay to get hit with it then? Because it's historical.
Historical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a part of history.
I think it is. Yeah. What if you die from it? You know?
Right.
Like it just happened to be at Gettysburg.
And they find a wooden dildo from the 1863 battle.
And they bludgeon you to death with it. They have to bury you next to the soldiers.
Yeah,
do
you get buried, or do you get buried in the dildo garden?
You get buried with...
the people have planted.
This could go on for quite some time.
Forever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
Cinco.
This is one of my favorite stories ever. I love this. I love people that are ordinary people that turn into heroes. I love it.
Oh my God, we have one of those?
I love it.
Okay.
So, and this hero
This is like John McClane situation.
It's so close.
Such an ordinary guy going to his wife's Christmas party.
Yep. Well, a delivery man clung to the side of a van for 3 blocks to stop 2 thieves who had snatched a shipment of Valentino shoes from in front of the Italian designer's flagship store in 5th Avenue in Manhattan.
Okay, we're in Manhattan. Now, the delivery man, he works for Valencia?
No. He's 48 years old, and he was making the delivery at 5th Avenue around 2:45 p.m. Wednesday when he saw men loading 21 pairs of shoes worth about $21,000 into a blue Dodge van. So he was making a delivery for another company.
Oh, okay. Could have been sandwiches. We don't even know.
He's walking down the street, making his delivery. He sees guys loading shoes, $1,000 a pair, 21 pairs of shoes. $21,000. Sees
That's
them
bullshit.
Loading them into the van. All right. They close the van door. They jump in. He goes, stop. He jumps and hangs onto the side of the van as it's careening up 5th Avenue. They stop. They get out. He knocks one of the guys down.
Why?
He's Batman.
He is Batman. Now I'm driving the bus. So wait a minute. You're pro guy? You're pro this guy?
Yeah.
I'm anti this guy.
Why?
What does it have to do with you? Maybe
Look,
they're stealing...
in New York City, if you see something, you say something.
It's not New York City. You see something, hop on the side of a van, and then get involved.
Right.
This is everybody's biggest problem, is getting involved.
No, we need more people to get involved like
Not that
this.
involved.
No, you get to hang on a side of a van and you get to be Batman.
Get to.
Yeah.
He just happened to pull it off.
Right.
The other side of this
I
is
would have
you
fallen
try
under
it,
the
you
back
fall
wheels.
and die.
I would have
likely.
fallen under the back wheels.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Maybe these robbers were making a socioeconomic statement about the price of these shoes. Maybe what they were going to do is steal the ridiculously priced shoes that no one needs, and we're going to sell them on the black ridiculously priced shoe that no one needs market, and then take that money and then give it to the poor. A Robin Hood situation.
Right.
That's what I'd like to believe.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't do that either.
But if I was going to do something,
but I think
if I was going to do something, I would do that. I would start pointing out the ridiculousness of some of the things in our culture, like $1,000 shoes,
right,
the Kardashians, and I'd come up with interesting ways to get involved, steal money from these companies and people, and give
Why couldn't you do both? Why couldn't you be hanging on the side of the van going, I object to these shoes being so expensive, as it's careening up Fifth Avenue?
You realize how many people try and yell when no one can hear them?
I am stopping these thieves just to make a statement.
I forgot to tell you, there was a guy on the side of the road the other day screaming, making a spectacle of himself, and I'm in a car at the light, and I had about 10 seconds before the light turns green, and I rolled down the window, and he's screaming, and cars are whipping by. It's so loud you can't hear a word he's saying. I just am interested to hear what he's got to say.
Right.
And then the light goes green, and I pass over and I get closer to him, and I'm trying to hear what he's saying. Now no one's watching the fucking road.
Right.
And I pass over him and still can't hear a word he's saying.
And that brings me to another question. Why do all homeless guys think that they can direct traffic?
Yeah.
This morning, as I'm getting on the BQE to drive up here,
now there's
a homeless guy directing traffic. You next. Oh, you go. And people were honking, and he thought that they were giving him the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like he was doing a public service
no.
at a working intersection where the traffic lights
Well, because of the noise and the movement, he couldn't hear what people were saying was, get out of the road, asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as I went by, I kind of like shook my head like, oh, what a dick. And he actually went, what? Because he thought that he was doing a public service for some reason. Now, here's the thing. This is how I'm going to end homelessness in New York City.
I like it already.
I'm going to open a school.
Oh, I thought you were going to strap rickshaws to them. They're just standing around.
I'm going to... Rusty.
No, no, you're mixing them.
No. The homeless guy that did the rickshaw, his name was Rusty because Kramer goes, I once knew a horse named Rusty.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah, and then the other guy dropped the bottle and he yells the government.
Right. Yeah. So, and then Newman is like, Kramer, as he's rolling down the hill. Anyway.
You're going to end the homelessness.
I'm going to open a traffic directing school.
Okay.
And teach homeless people how to legitimately direct traffic.
Okay.
And that will be their jobs.
All right.
They will be adding back to... They already think they can direct traffic. I'm going to show them the proper way.
All right.
And that's the end of the story.
That's it.
Homelessness will be a dim memory.
I feel
it will be a dim memory in New York City.
It's a flawed thing. You're asking them to show up.
Listen, the guy there this morning was one orange vest away from being a professional traffic director.
Let me give you a scenario that kind of messes with your plan.
All right, go ahead. It's not like I didn't think this out.
They're not. What if too many show up in the same spot? Now you have...
No. We will schedule them. There's plenty of corners in New York City for them to go.
Oh, you're expecting them to keep a schedule.
No, they will direct traffic at the corner they live on. Because they're there already.
Okay. Well, again, I give you you have multiple people.
Right.
I mean, the hobo fights, like on YouTube, I've seen they usually fight over territory.
Right.
Or someone paid them to.
Some kids.
Yeah, some kids from college, which is really sensitive.
Offer them a cigarette to fight.
But they fight over territory.
Who came up with that first? There's a couple of hobos. We should get them to fight.
I don't know, but that's got to be, 20 years old now?
At least 20 years old.
So that guy is probably like a hedge fund manager.
No, wouldn't it be ironic if he was homeless?
Yeah, it would.
That he becomes a hobo.
That would also be great karma.
It would be great karma.
That would be a tale we should all tell our children. In fact, I'm going to lie. I'm going to tell my kids that's true. I'm going to show them a hobo fight. And because they think everything's funny, and in fairness, it's kind of funny, right. They're going to laugh, and I'm going to say, now, some college or high school kid paid them to do that, and they're going to think, that's awesome. Not only did they get to laugh, but they made money. And I'm going to say, you want to know where that guy is now? He's homeless. And they're going to be blown away.
Actually, it's funny that you could teach that into a teaching moment, because my first thought is, I'm going to go home, and I'm going to pay my kids to fight. and I'm going to videotape it.
Well, that's something else.
Yeah.
I didn't consider that angle.
You know what? You can teach your kids all you want. I'll be making cash as people log onto my website to see my kids fight.
All right. Thank you to Treehouse Comedy Productions, our title sponsor.
They really are doing a lot for comedy here in Connecticut. Do you know that they've been around somewhere between 34 and 35 years? That's how long they've been around.
Right.
And they have venues all over the place. You notice I'm vamping as I try to pull up what I'm supposed to be saying here.
I do appreciate the vamping.
I'm vamping very nicely.
But it almost got dangerous. I almost started saying a bunch of other shit.
No, I'm glad you saved it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Treehouse Comedy Productions is Connecticut's first and foremost provider of live comedy. They have shows in Fairfield, Westport, Windsor Locks, Branford, West Haven, and soon in Danbury. Go to treehousecomedy.com for all upcoming shows or call the box office at 203-230-8700. We got a lot of great shows coming up. New Year's Eve weekend. We have the Holiday Show with Vincent Pastore, a.k.a. Big Pussy from The Sopranos. It's actually called A Holiday Show with a Pinch of Italian. Also, Goomba Johnny is on it, as well as Tony Liberati. It's going to be an evening of stand-up, and you'll also get an opportunity to act out a scene from The Sopranos.
Which is weird.
Big
cool.
Pussy himself.
Very cool.
Yeah. And also there's a lot of New Year's Eve things coming up in Windsor Locks. It's called the Laugh-In 2018. In Windsor Locks, it's the funniest New Year's Eve party in Connecticut. 3 hilarious comics on each show, plus drinks and dinner packages available starting at $50. All New Year's Eve packages include a champagne toast, balloons, a ball drop, party favors, Laugh-In 2018 at the Treehouse. And then afterwards in the parking lot, they're going to stage fights.
That's awesome.
Which will be great.
Very cool.
Yeah, the New Year's Eve fight. So.
Also, if you want to book R.C. Smith, you go to treehousecomedy.com.
Yep, you can call the box office at 203-230-8700 or go to treehousecomedy.com, and that's where all the shows, everything for New Year's Eve, all upcoming shows, they're all listed there.
You also go there if you want to advertise on this podcast, the Smith and Milano Experience, whatever the hell we call the show.
Yeah. If you want us to make fun of your product the way we do other products,
we'll do it.
We'd be more than happy to do it.
All right, buddy. And Guitar Hanger in Brookfield, Connecticut. But most importantly, because our listeners are spread out, guitarhanger.com. That's where you go for all your musical needs. Guitars, custom-made, name brand, basses, drums, pedals, amps, wires, you name it. You can get it at guitarhanger.com.
Mike, why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station.
Please stop masturbating. I think you need your phone reattached.
Time for You Shouldn't Have Said That with Smith and Milano.
You shouldn't have said that you remember which Kate Winslet titty was appearing on screen in the Titanic.
Did that make me sound creepy?
Yeah. Which one did you say? The left?
That was her left tit because she was laying on her right-hand side. What? Look, I studied theater and film, so I don't take note of the tit. I take note of where it is.
Smith, it's your agent. I listened to the podcast. That was some really creepy shit.
Why does my agent sound like Ernest Borgnine? It makes no sense
at all. Is he dead now? He died,
I'm
right?
saying yes.
I think he's dead. Do you remember when they asked him the secret to a long life?
No, what did he say?
When he was on the set of like a Fox and Friends or something?
What did he say?
He goes, I can't say. And then we'll work on it on TV. And then he leaned in to the woman's ear and he said, I masturbate a lot.
Wow.
You never heard that?
No.
Oh, my God.
You know what?
Of course, her mic is hot.
Right.
His mic's hot.
You know what? He's got something there.
He does.
I'm going to live to be 100.
You shouldn't have said that. Is there anything that I shouldn't have said?
Nah, I think you were pretty...
I was good today, right?
Yeah, you were pretty good today. You started a couple of times to say something, and it could have gone horribly wrong, but you edited
Especially
yourself.
Most recently.
Yeah, you edited yourself.
During the Treehouse read.
You edited yourself very well.
It wasn't going to be anything mean. It was just going to be weird.
No, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get off on tangents that just make us laugh.
Like this one. It was good being with you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, coming up the next couple weeks, weeks, we're going to have a big Christmas show.
Oh, my God,
And
yeah.
we're going to have a big end-of-year review, our New Year's show.
The Smith and Milano Spectacular.
It's going to be dancing, all singing. So make sure you tune in. Thank you for listening. Listen, laugh, and share, please.
Later, guys.
This has been the Smith and Milano Podcast, brought to you by Treehouse Comedy Productions. Tune in every Monday with the boys on iTunes and Spreaker. Like Smith and Milano on Facebook. Share and subscribe. That was R.C. Smith.